What's good, fellow CEOs? Welcome to the Irony of Gaming. Today I'm going to be reading the latest chapter in the story, episode 13. So, I've read almost all the side stories. I'm probably missing a few, but I've also read, almost all of the counter cases, which I do recommend you guys read because it does tie into the story and it leaves a bit of clues within there. So basically, like for example, I think somewhere down the line we may have another awakened unit that's a part of Alt Squad, and another unit, another awakened unit that's a part of the Strega group. You remember the witches? So that's gonna be my predictions on what might happen. But who is it, you may ask? Well, gotta read the counter cases and find out. So but yeah, the CounterSide story though, I do love the story for this game. Like aside from the PvP and all of that, which I do enjoy as well, but the story is what really like hooked me into the game from the beginning. And in my opinion, I think it's like very captivating. Like from the fights, the awesome music that plays, the execution of those fights and all that. But yeah. Anyways, so before I start with what I'm about to do on the story, I just want to set there's like a set of rules that I'm setting for myself. So basically, when the fights happen, when you're able to add your own units instead of the NPC units that the game forces you to use. So whenever I have like an opportunity to add more units of my own into the game, then I am only allowed to use the units that is part of basically like the same squad. So I'm only allowed to use those units, no mix and matches. Of course, we're excluding the NPC stuff. But what do I mean by
내
this?
취미는 깃털
Here, let me
수집이야.
show you.
이미 멸종한 새들의 깃털도
So I'm gonna go into the collections. So you see how they have this all lined up, like the team up lists. I'm basically gonna be able. I'm basically only allowed to use those units that's part of the same team list. So let's say if they had an NPC, right, where I can't switch the character out, which is like Seoyun. If I have any of the open spaces to allow, to add other units into the game, then basically I'll be adding all of these units here to fill up those slots to go through the fights within the story. So it's gonna be pretty wild, and I personally think, I personally find like enjoyment in doing it because like it allows me to use units that I normally wouldn't use in specific situations like this, and I think it'd be pretty cool and fun to do. Basically switch things up. So yeah, you may see me fail a couple of matches, a couple of missions and stuff like that, but yeah, it's fine because if I am going to fail like constantly within those squads, I'll just switch the squads up and use another squad. Like if this one fails, maybe I'll just use this set right here, maybe that'll work. But yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty dope. Now also, of course, I will give you guys a signal on when to mute the video if I'm about to talk about any type of spoilers from the other episode stories or the cases or any of the sub chapters that you pretty much haven't read yet. So I'll basically let you guys know when, like, if I'm going to reach a point where I'm about to talk about any of the spoilers. I'll count down to 5 seconds, which will give you time to mute the video. And when I'm done talking about whatever potential spoilers of the other chapters and the cases and stuff like that, I'll slowly rotate my mouse like this. I'll just do that, and that's pretty much just gonna give you the signal to unmute the video, and we can continue on with reading the story. So from certain points of the story, I mean, you guys are going to hear me make predictions here and there, and from time to time I will mention other sub-stories and cases that I've read. And, again, I will use the signal to let you guys know, about if I'm about to talk about any type of spoilers of the main chapters, cases, and the sub-story chapters. And you'll know the signal when I'm done talking about it and I'm continuing on with the story by doing that. Alright, so without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, whew. I've been waiting to read this story. The Law of Creating a World. Oh man, it's only like 2 of these? Huh, okay. Oh, it's us. Oh, this is gonna be good. Let's see. The Apollo program. Humanity's first set foot on the moon, perhaps a small step mark the true beginning of all exploration. Okay, let's see what shenanigans we're up to now. Oh, I remember this. Okay, so I'm gonna give you about. All right, so I'm gonna count this down to 5 seconds. So people who haven't read this story, this will give you a chance to mute it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for anybody else who hasn't, who have read the story so far, who haven't muted it, so this was from the Alice sub story when she was fighting the what's it called? When she was fighting one of the cold cases, which it looks like Horizon, but it's not. So my prediction right here is that I think, because I read the Horizon story as well before Horizon took on the cold case for the body, and I'm thinking that maybe this is the same type of cold case body that Alice had fought, and somehow she had basically she had basically somehow defeated that replica of a Horizon and probably shut it down or something like that, and then we were able to get the case of it to store it somewhere safe probably. But I don't know, that's just the prediction that I think will happen. For all I know, it could be multiple cold cases of this type of frame from there. But yeah, that was it. Okay. Song's pretty cool. She just shattered one of the swords. Every possible calculation to avoid the devastation. Asimov. Have I seen Asimov before? I don't think so. Oh, she's having trouble.
한 걸음만 1초만 더 빨랐으면 하는 후회는 이제 지긋지긋해. 이번에야말로 목숨이 다하는 한이 있더라도 여기서 널 쓰러뜨리고 모두를 구하겠어. 사도치 무르그.
Oh, wait a minute. She's an apostle? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. She's an apostle? But for who, though? Which demon lord? Huh. I don't remember. I really don't remember seeing that before. Oh, this is gonna get crazy. Okay. Oh, you know what I think? Okay, so I got one of these predictions. It was based off of, I'm only making this prediction because it was based off of one of the stories I did read. But they mentioned it in one of the episodes. Not the main story, not the main episodes, but one of the substream stories. They mentioned another demon lord. A demon lord that we haven't seen yet. So I'm thinking that maybe this one is a part of that. Yeah. And hold on, I'm gonna say something real quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for those of you who didn't mute it yet, so the demon lord that I'm thinking of is the one that was mentioned when, if you've read the story of, what's it called? The girl, Mordred, I think her name was Mordred. The sniper awaken unit with Merlin, who's in the story. I think it's like close to the very beginning. I think in one of the substreams where Merlin, Morgana, and Morgan. I mean Mordred, where they were in that story, and when they mentioned when they were talking to the demon, the devil, and they were talking about something about like the demon lord's name and whatnot. I think that the demon lord that the devil that he's serving, I think that has something to do with this particular person over here, which is the apostle Simirg. But yeah, it's just a prediction. Navigation target. I really like this theme. It just makes us so badass as one of the main characters. Impossible. Beast. Wounded Black Beast. Oh, they must be talking about Alice. Oh, I see. So it seems like she was supposed to back then she was supposed to be a part of it. The Clifoth game. Hold on, wait a second. As a result, the administration's divisions entering with most of their strength lost. Unusual words. The Tree of Sephiroth. Okay. The Sephira Point. There's only one person who does know about it too. I wonder if us as the protagonist would recognize that individual who knows about it. Clifoth game final phase. Ooh. I wonder if this was during one of the substream ones. Because they seem to be using like the background on here, which looks like the one of the other things, like the administration failure thing. Yeah, this looks like it is. Ooh. This is new. Yep, it is. Okay. This is probably leading like one of the past thing. RF wavelength of counters. From space? The imaginary space. Hypothesis. The counter reality force. Wait a minute. Is the divinity that first gave form to the material world. The tree of Sephiroth? So is it trying to say that this tree was basically the origin? Huh. Considering where it is in the timeline, could that really be the origin? You know, I do wonder though, who's the first demon lord though? Who started this? Oh, oops. Okay, so the counter reality force, the alliance name. The law of creating a world. In other words, the tree of Sephiroth. So the tree of Sephiroth is probably capable of creating another world. Right. Oh yeah, I remember. Because of what they did. Okay. Right. Okay, hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a spoiler alert. Okay. So, for those of you who didn't mute the video, so what I'm thinking what was happening here is back when the tree, when Merlin was putting all her energy into the tree, and she was able to send people to other dimensions. This might be something similar to what was happening with Corinne's world, the female Corinne, where she had used the ship to try and go into other dimensions or something like that. But I don't know, like maybe the tree could be maybe like the original concept of like how we're using like the robots and all that stuff to use the calculations to try and reverse to go into another world. If we fail, the tree might be like maybe like, what's the word I'm looking for? It could be like the predecessor, the blueprint of what we was creating. It's like something like that. dark side of the moon. Didn't wasn't this also based off of damn, I forgot her name. She's part of the Canary Squad. Didn't she say something about that? Every world is destined to converge upon its own point of destruction. That's sick. It's crazy. That's what's happening. She has control over it. Man, it's flashing a lot, huh? Oh. Section 32. Okay. Or Sector 32. Really? So just observing where the point is causes the apocalypse, I think. Man, she is brutal. Paso Lamas. Guardian of Sephra. Those are like category 6s and above. Skies, the earth bursts into flame in the final battlefield. Shall break your chains and devour the god with your mighty jaws. On the final battlefield. Interesting. So it's basically, so I'm thinking like it's basically saying, like the wolf is like meant to devour the god. But you know, I wonder though, what would happen should the god get devoured? Partial divinity. Category 6. So this one might be a demon lord or above. Or just a category 6 CO. Guardian of Sephra confirmed. I see, so they're responsible for bringing the end of the world. Along with, I guess, the chosen demon lord. Yep. And that's where the chaos happened. Ooh. I gotta take a picture of that last one. I don't think it works that way. Is she gonna say it? There we go. Okay, so most of this is like a recap of one of the substream story. Oh, I've never seen this. Oh, this is new. There she is. Damn, she really looks like the spinning image of Mina. I wonder. It's almost as if they're. It's almost as if they're twins. I do have a theory about this though, but I'll just wait till later. Wait a minute, sister? So wait a minute. Is it always like this? Where the wolf and Tamil is siblings? Every time? Oh, so wait a minute. So it seems like the wolf always gets their memories back it seems like every single time. Or maybe only in certain situations. I love this song. Every meaningful connection that carried me across time and space led to this point. So I'm thinking that every single time, every connection that she ever made, and that means that all the way up to her death, that this keeps happening. So that means that she's probably experiencing death constantly, as many times as we as the protagonist continues to reset the world or find another location of a reset, as they would say. Damn, that's gotta be torturous as hell. Can you even imagine that? Like, going through such a traumatic experience like that every single time, reincarnated over and over again. It's like the wolf is a revenant in a way. Sector 32. Is that the location where we are now? When we left this reality? That's crazy power to possess. Just your mere existence collapses time and space. strong divinity energy source. Who is Asimov? Is that like one of our alias names? There we are. I really like the motions that they included in this. You could tell that this episode is going to be very epic. Execute protocol. COT 13. Tech level 6. Oh, that's pretty strong. I think only like a few of them have like tech level 5 or something. A strange song echoing from the dark side of the moon. Where atmosphere exists and no sound should be heard. Could it be that the moon is the source? The 1% hope that every parallel world across all dimensions has longed for. Just that 1%. Oh, she's losing. She don't have her eyes. So if you guys don't remember, from the last episode, Swan ended up kidnapping Noelle, and she started to reveal some interesting stuff about Noelle and just how powerful she is, which is insane. This was on episode 12. It's the embodiment of the pure soul. It is free from both flesh and gender. This is looking pretty grim. A theater. Strange that she don't have any eyes. Massive spaceship? Oh, she can't leave. Leica. There we go. I couldn't remember her name that one time. Oh, I know who this is. There she is. Oh, by the way, guys, Swan's story, I gotta admit, it is it is quite lengthy with a lot of mysteries and all that stuff, but after like a certain point in the story, it's pretty fascinating. It's pretty good. I would recommend you guys definitely read through it. I think it was like it might have been a sub series one, I think, if I remember correctly. It might be, but yeah, it's a good one in my opinion. I did like it. It was lengthy though, but it was a lot of information, a lot of theories, and it was wild. Like, the story was wild, but she's pretty badass in her own right. Oh, right. It makes sense now. That zoom in though. Okay, so the Lost Christmas. Oh shit. Bunch of 120 units? Okay, so let's see. You know what? I'm gonna use HTR Berry.
감사해요. 충성, 충성충.
It doesn't really matter. Look at that year, 2049. Glyphoth game in progress. Oh, hold on. Let me check something real quick. Alright. He was critically injured against the Apostle. Right. I forget, which Apostle did he fight? Unless, could this be? This is probably the like the other universe, right? So it probably doesn't matter. Wait, what? So you haven't been briefed and it's been classified, but they want you to look for this artifact. Wow. I have my theories about Amy. Like what I suspect, right, is I don't think like the members of Six Wings, I think that they're all from different realities, different worlds. And what I really suspect is I think that Six Wings is made up of members who either are the antagonists or were the antagonists. I can't really explain how something like that could be possible, but I think that that's exactly what the teams are. And the only reason why I say this is because of a specific person who I know is an antagonist. And I'm not talking about Na Yubin either. So so it's just something that I'm suspecting. So I think that maybe maybe he has a team full of antagonists, which is pretty fucking crazy. That's pretty dope if you think about it. But yeah. It kind of makes me think that maybe if this is a different reality, that maybe this is her world. But it's all just a prediction. Ah, so it says that she's a grade C, huh? Eagle System Core. A new race. Oh, you know what this might be? This might be one of those locations. What is it? Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna do a spoiler alert right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what I was talking about is that this might be one of the worlds where I think his name was Dominic, where Dominic was in this one, where he attempted to do the new race theory, which is basically the replacer theory, and the information that he gave to the other Dominic, which is who later then becomes Replacer King. So this might be one of those worlds. You could basically find that out in King's Memories, which was one of the sub stories, but it was like a really short sub story. But this, you could definitely find like him mentioning this, especially with the files and stuff like that. So that leads me to believe that, I don't know, like, is it this type of world reality, or is it the one that we were currently in right now? But that doesn't sound right, because Amy attacked Swan and she defeated her. So, well, Swan managed to defeat Amy temporarily, and she managed to escape Amy. So this can't be it. But you know what I'm wondering too? I'm wondering what happened to Lee Ji-soo, because Lee Ji-soo was ordered to kill Swan. So I'm pretty surprised that she managed to escape her a second time. But yeah, that's it. Oh, you know what I should have done? I probably should have gotten Amy's squad. The Freedom Riders.
어머, 실험체가 잔뜩 있네.
취약점 탈색할 시간이야.
곧 약속 시간인 거 아시죠? 안녕하세요, 선생님. 한심해서.
그 메커니즘은
전술
전부
방벽
알아서 실대로 오네요.
중력파 임계점 배달 감축 개시 교전 수치 접수 완료.
That was getting a little hairy.
이건 버그가 가만히 있어.
Uh-oh. Gain's about to die. Okay, okay, with the stuns. Nice.
메커니즘은 전부 파악했어. 때렸어?
한심하게.
Yo, that sniper is killing her.
가만히 있어.
절자 권한 탈취 성공.
뒤에서 눈을
완료.
달아.
그럼
먹이 사슬에 따른 결과예요.
That was close. Flattened like waffles, side by side. Alright, let me check something. Give me 1 second. Okay. What did he say? Attempting to duplicate the immortal core. This sounds really familiar with basically what Maestra tried to do. This is that's really interesting. But I don't think it's like maybe not the same thing, but from what they're saying, it kind of sounds like another set of research for that and trying to replicate something. A sci-fi debate. Ooh. It's a different one. Oh shit. Just deflect an attack of the category forward. Yep. Yeah, okay. So this is definitely awakened Amy. This is definitely her. And if I have to make a prediction on this, my prediction still stands on this. She might be this might be her world. Like, cause have you noticed like her last name? Hold on. Okay, yeah. So this might be her world or something like that. But you remember what is like her last name? It has something to do with like first wing. So I don't know. Like maybe. I don't know. It might be because it might be having something to do with like, I guess like maybe she's like the first, like I suspect that she's the first one to join the squad of Six Wings. I think she might be the one who joined Nah You've Been first. But I gotta see. It's just a prediction though. I definitely would like to know more about her story. Wait, if we're being honest, you're the one with the highest chance of completing the Operation Strickland? Huh. Are you telling me that these are that they are probably like grade D in this world, and she's like a grade C, which is the highest so far? Ah, yep. Okay, yeah. So this, yep, I was right. This might be it. This might be the other world that I was telling you guys about in one of the substreams. Yo, we need. Hold on. Listen, B-side, please, please give us this outfit. We need this. We need this skin. Give it to the awakened, like awakened queen, awakened replacer queen, or give this to the other Jaina, to regular Jaina, the SSR. Please, this outfit looks dope. I love this outfit. Very stylish. But yeah, so let's see. Retrieve the artifact, got it. The immortal core. Okay, yeah, so this is definitely giving me the idea exactly what this thing is. And I'm thinking that this is exactly what led to somehow the data on this being sent to the other universe thing. Hence the files that they were talking about later in the other episodes. Like the main episode, like it was having to do with one of those. Now, if you guys are curious about more information of this particular thing, which I might be wrong about this, but talking about like mentioning the extra information, I would recommend that you guys read what's her name? Why can't I remember her name? Maria Antonoff. I recommend that you guys read her story, her substream, and her counter case. You'll find some interesting stuff there. Interesting details. Ooh. Oh, what? Is this Swan? Right. But wait a minute. Wait. Something doesn't make sense. Yup. Swan. The CounterSide project. Yup. I was right. Yup, the immortal system. I think that like at one point Queen could constantly regenerate herself at one point. But I think that was just her pure ability. In this world, you fulfilled your role to the fullest. Okay, yeah, so this is a different world. Now, if you're wondering how she ended up in this type of world, like I said, I recommend you guys definitely read her story because it explains a lot of things. It answers many questions that you might have. It doesn't answer them all, but it gives a reasonable explanation on some parts. Now it's time for you to make your swift exit from the stage.
작전 계획에서 5차 3초 이내로 완료했습니다.
Oh, we actually got an S rank on that too. Oh man. Okay, hold up. Let me check something real quick. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to start another like a part 2 episode on this. But so far, this has been crazy. I didn't expect time to fly by this quickly. But I guess it's going by so quickly because of, me explaining things and talking about some connections here and there. But it is what it is. I love doing that. But yeah, this is getting interesting. Crazy plot twists and all. I definitely do suspect some things with the Six Wings group and this Amy in this particular world. But yeah, this is gonna be crazy. Let me see, what else is this? I'm really surprised that there's only 2 right here, but I suspect that it's gonna be a much lengthier one in episode 13 part 2. Which I think on the patch notes they mentioned that it was going to be quite the lengthy story. So I really look forward to doing this. But yeah, so right now, that's going to be the end for the first part of this video. And then the next one, I'm going to be, we're going to be going through more of the episodes more. But yeah, if you guys like this video, feel free to leave a like. Also, too, I put a link in the description of my tutorial videos and also the link to my music channel that I have as well. And I do also have some gameplay of other other games that I've played before. So I have State of Decay in there. I'm currently trying to finish up my Fear playthrough, which I played before, but I'm playing on like the highest difficulty, and I'm using a mouse and keyboard, which I don't normally play my games with mouse and keyboard. So it's quite the experience in playing that type of game with a mouse and keyboard. But yeah, feel free to check it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm out of here. Catch you later.